Hey guys, Adam here with AmericanTrucks.com. Today I'm bringing you a detailed overview and installation of the Fabtech Uniball upper control arms, which are available for all 2015 and newer four-wheel drive F-150s. The Fabtech Uniball upper control arms you see here today are available for any 2015 or newer four-wheel drive F-150 owner with aftermarket wheels and tires with up to a 5-inch offset. These are going to be an upgraded upper control arm option that gives you the ability to strengthen your suspension components while also increasing your wheel travel. Great for guys out there tackling some off-road obstacles. This is definitely going to get a 1 out of 3 wrenches on a difficulty meter, completely replacing your factory arms and your upper ball joints. Taking a closer look at the Uniball control arms from Fabtech, you'll notice that these are a more premium option specifically made for the guys out there who have done just a little bit more than the average Joe to their truck. In addition to the wheels and tires I just mentioned, Fabtech lets us know that if you pick up the Dirt Logic 2.5-inch coilover shocks, you'll pick up an even bigger increase in wheel travel. So with that said, if you find yourself doing some extreme off-roading more frequently than not, this is a great thing to pair with those coilover shocks to get your truck even more capable when hitting the trails. Fabtech lets us know they're manufactured out of a 1.25-inch diameter chromoly tubing, which helps reduce suspension flex, especially useful for the guys out there with a lifted setup on larger wheels and tires. They also have additional casters built in to make sure they correct any suspension alignment issues. Great for any leveling kits, as it will prevent some more tire wear. Finally, they were covered in a black powder coated finish, which obviously not only looks cool, but it also helps prevent corrosion and rust. As you can sort of deduce from the title, this does come with a couple of Uniball pins that are actually super strong, heat-treated 17-4 stainless that fit directly into the factory ball joint without modification to the spindle. Great for guys out there who are seeing any future modifications that require them to switch it back over to the factory setting, because you won't have to make any changes thanks to the non-permanent modifications here. Now with that said, it also comes with polyurethane bushings at the end, which are typically carrying a higher load-bearing capacity. Now since this is a more premium option, you can expect to be spending just south of the $600 mark. The only option on the site that is more expensive than this is from ReadyLift. You want to keep in mind this particular kit does not work with factory wheels, but it does work with aftermarket lift kits. The ReadyLift is going to be just the opposite, so it all comes down to what your setup is, what you plan on doing to your truck in the future, and how much you're looking to spend. Shifting gears over to the install portion of the video, like I mentioned in the beginning, it is going to get a very simple 1 out of 3 wrenches on a difficulty meter. It requires very simple hand tools like a ratchet and socket set, Allen wrenches, torque wrenches, jack and jack stands for the floor of course, and about 2 hours worth of time in the driveway at home. First thing you want to do is obviously get the truck in the air and support it on jack stands. Now you want to start on the driver's side, removing the wheels and tires, of course dropping the brake assembly out of the way, making sure you have enough clearance to gain access to the upper control arm. You'll want to remove the upper control arm nut and disconnect it from the factory knuckle, which might require a hammer or a mallet to do. Either way, once that's taken care of, you can disconnect that and set it aside while retaining the factory hardware. From here, you want to assemble the upper control arm from Fabtech using the bushings, the grease zerks, and the sleeves, and then install it into the factory mounting positions. Once that's taken care of and torqued down to 100 foot-pounds, a tip here is to make sure that the barrel gussets are facing up. Once that's taken care of, insert the Uniball pin into the factory mounting position and torque that down to 150 foot-pounds. From here, it's just a matter of swinging down the control arm, torquing it down to spec, making sure everything is put back together properly, throwing the wheels and tires back on, and dropping your truck back down to the ground. Now obviously it goes without saying that was just pretty much an overview nutshell of the installation here, but step by step it is included in the kit with an instruction manual, so keep that in mind moving forward. With that out of the way, I do want to say if you're the owner of a 2015 or newer four-wheel drive F-150 with all of the aftermarket wheels and tires I mentioned, up to a 5-inch offset, you want to make sure you're checking out the Fabtech Uniball upper control arms, available right here at AmericanTrucks.com.